It was a very early start for the bikers on stage one. The first rider left the bivouac at 4:30 a.m, but didn't get properly underway until 9:35. There was still time to enjoy a bit of local entertainment though. A road section of almost 300 kilometres before attacking the day's special, over 700k to cover in total. Well, after losing one rider yesterday in Skylar Howes, the HRC factory team found themselves another man down today as Ricky Braybeck was forced to withdraw. The American ran into mechanical trouble kilometre 248 and he couldn't fix the problem. It was reportedly a battery issue. Very disappointing for Braybeck, who was second fastest before he ground to a halt. The World Championship leader, Luciano Benavides, said that between the dunes, the plateaus and the churned-up riverbeds, it was a super tough stage, and it wasn't easy to stay focused for so many hours. His brother Kevin, who's still recovering from injury, is here supporting him in his quest for the W2RC title. Luciano fourth on the day and fourth overall. Faster 77 is looking in good shape. Matthias Wagner said that today felt interminable, perhaps because it's been a while since he tackled one of these really grueling days in the saddle. At the Rallye du Maroc, the riders would expect this kind of demanding start, but there were still a lot of tired faces among the bikers when they got back to the bivouac in Zagora. Wagner's feeling good though, he sits third overall.
If I'm healthy at the finish line and if I have a good day on the bike, I'm smiling because I really like and love the things what we can do, especially here in Morocco, because it's such a cool place.
Pablo Quintanilla was another satisfied customer on a day that wasn't too kind to some of his Honda teammates. The Chilean said it was great to finally hit the sweet spot with his pace and that he wanted to be up front when the bonuses come into play tomorrow. Second today and second overall, the 2021 winner is hoping to replicate his success of 2 years ago, and he's off to a very good start. So too is this man. Ross Branch came into the rally with real confidence and went roaring through today's stage to take the victory. He says that opening tomorrow is going to be good practice for him and that it's nice to be on the right side of the bonuses for once. The Kalahari Ferrari now leads by just over a minute and a half.
We needed this before Dakar, for sure. We needed a stage win at this race where everybody's here, and just shows us where we are with the level that we're at the moment, and I'm super happy.
Already more than 6 minutes separating Branch from Toby Price. The Australian's still really struggling to speak, but he battled through in 5th place today. Bradley Cox is the early leader in the Rally 2 class. After his impressive victory in Argentina, the South African's really found his speed and he was flirting with the top 10 in bikes today until he lost a few minutes late on. Cox still finding his feet, but he remains ambitious.
It was good, got to the refuel, saw I'd lost a little bit of time and put my head down and yeah, charged on through to the end. Happy day, happy with the bike, so tomorrow we can only build and just try break into that top 10 and split the factory boys up.
Guillaume de Mevius is back in action here in Morocco, and like many competitors, he has had a change of class, going from T3 to T1+. The Belgian is still adapting to the larger vehicle. He's only had a few days of testing in Erfoud and Mazuga, and he said it was tough today, especially with 2 punctures and a roadbook malfunction. In spite of all that, and having to adapt to overtaking bikes, he finished inside the top 10. It was a frustrating day on the other hand for Guerlain Chichery in his Toyota Hilux. The defending champion made a very good start. He was vying with Sebastian Loeb at the top of the timesheets at the first checkpoint, but he then found himself caught up in traffic and spent over 150 kilometres in the dust, unable to overtake. 5th on the day, but he was hoping for better. Carlos Sainz was satisfied with a clean outing in the Audi RSQ e-tron. The Spanish rally legend was forced out of this year's Dakar after a nasty crash. He is now back and building towards the 2024 edition. Sainz catching the 4 cars that started ahead of him and opening in the second part of the stage. He was 4th and happy enough with a trouble-free day.
Happy to be back, slowly getting into the rhythm, and yeah, good. I think it's great practice for us. And you know, after the last day of the Dakar where we have the accident, I think it was good to have a clean day.
Setting off in 12th place, Sebastian Loeb found himself in the same situation as Shishiri and had trouble overtaking. He spent around 150k in Stefan Petterhansel's dust. Other than that though, it was a solid day in the BRX Hunter with no mistakes or punctures. Loeb enjoying the variety of the terrain, saying it was a good stage, 3rd on the day, 3rd overall. Yazid Al-Rallye decided to adopt a smooth and safe strategy today, saying he'll wait until tomorrow to push a bit more, and that approach paid off. The Saudi was 2nd, in spite of spending a while behind Christoph Holowitz. He got past when the pole punctured, then ended up following Demevius to the finish. He's looking in good shape, 2nd overall. But the performance of the day undoubtedly belonged to Nasser Al-Attiyah. The World Championship leader set off in 38th place and went absolutely charging through the field. He overtook no fewer than 21 vehicles as he posted the fastest time. Al-Attiyah also seizing the overall lead on a tricky day that will no doubt serve him in the future. As ever, he looks like he is going to be the man to beat.
Tomorrow I will really have a big push to open and to see where we are. But today it's nice to start behind and to see what the feeling, you know. It's not easy from beginning, but if the situation happen for next race or next stage, at least we know exactly what we do.
Al-Attiyah leads by just over 2 minutes from Al-Rallye. The prologue winner, Matthias Ekstrom, dropped down to 21st after getting lost and missing a waypoint. Onto the T3s, where Maroc Goxal had a solid outing. The Energy Landia rally team have joined forces with BBR, and so far their collaboration's going very smoothly indeed. The elder Goxal recovered from an early puncture to come 5th on the day. He's also delighted to see his son performing so well in Morocco, but more on that in a moment. Rokas Pachuska called this long and tough outing a proper stage. The Lithuanian had to ease off after an early puncture, and he's not necessarily putting the hammer down as he tests his Red Bull Can-Am ahead of the Dakar. Give him a steering wheel and pedals and he'll drive anything, says the T4 world champion, who is fascinated to see how the T3 title fight is going to play out. That battle is currently being led by Mitch Guthrie, even if the margins are very fine. The American had a lot of fun on this tough stage, playing it safe in the early rocks and then working out where he needs to adjust a few settings compared to Mexico and Argentina. Guthrie bringing his Taurus T3 Max home in 3rd and sitting 3rd overall. Seth Quintero said today was awesome as he continues to put pressure on Guthrie's lead. He passed his fellow American before refuelling and stayed ahead of him until the finish. In fact, he admitted he probably should have kept pushing in the second half of the stage as he only missed out on victory by 38 seconds. Quintero in 2nd and very much in striking distance of the lead. That lead belongs to Eric Goxal, son of the aforementioned Maroc, who had quite a unique day in his T3. He was the 3rd FIA vehicle to set off today, right in the thick of the T1 Plus cars, having come high enough in yesterday's prologue to choose his starting position. and he's still managed to come away with another win, saying it was a great experience to be thrown in at the deep end.
I'll be honest that yesterday I was choosing the position. I chose originally to go first. I thought maybe it's, I don't know when I will have the chance again, so I wanted to try. And I will be honest, I went the third to do the stage. It was completely different. It was huge rocks, the track's not so visible. It was nice on the sandy parts because I could choose my own line, but it was for sure something I need to learn.
Goxel Jr. and Quintero just 38 seconds apart. Guthrie next best with the other W2RC contender Austin Jones 14 minutes back. It was a big day for Enrico Gaspari in the T4s as he took the first stage victory of his Rally Raid career. The Italian coming out on top despite destroying the car in his words, but he's confident his mechanics will get everything patched up for tomorrow. Along with his family friend Riccardo Torlaschi, he's hoping to build on second place overall in Argentina. The trucks are also competing in Morocco, and Martin Matchik was pleasantly surprised to discover on reaching the bivouac that he'd won the stage. The Czech had all sorts of tyre problems, battling punctures and the heat. It meant he had to take it very easy in the final part of the stage. But he still won the day and now leads the rally as he bids to overhaul the Dakar winner Janos van Kasteren in the W2RC.